Hello everyone, welcome to KFCS and Cricket Wala, one of your favorite channel, and we are here with Rahul Ayers to discuss of one of the main thing and the main theme for India this year. First of all is World Cup and next is Asian Games. So Rahul, how are you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Kunal, how are you?
Yeah, fine. So first of all, Rahul, today the schedule finally the World Cup schedule has came and some special arrangement for uh, trophy arrival is also there in Ahmedabad Narendra Modi Stadium. So, how you are thinking? How it will be looking?
Yeah, I mean, the trophy always looks good as usual. Yeah, nice that the schedule has finally come out. I mean, it's a little later than usual. I mean, usually you see the schedule coming out like 1 year before the World Cup, a good 1 year before the World Cup. This time it's come during the year of the World Cup. So we have to see how the schedule works. Let's see. A big question mark is how people can travel for this World Cup. Many people would want to travel for the World Cup. I guess for them, myself included as well. Let We have to see how the travel plans will work out. I mean, and see when the tickets come out and whether you can travel or not. That's a big question mark. There's also the Rugby World Cup going on, so we have to see how much following it gets in Australia, New Zealand, England, and South Africa, especially Australia and New Zealand, because they're many hours ahead of India. So the timings may not work out for them, or many of them will be more interested in watching Rugby World Cup, which will be going on
साड़ी देखते हैं इसको
simultaneously. So we
बताते
have to see what happens. Let's hope this World Cup gets the kind of attendance and kind of attention that it deserves. I'll say that for starters.
Yeah, right, Rahul. You said that World Cup schedule should come 1 year earlier, but you see the Pakistan controversy. They always in a controversial statement regarding Asia Cup, regarding their schedule. Now they told that they want to change the venue. So, do you think Pakistan is gone mad now?
No, they're not gone mad. Okay, they've always been mad. Let's put it that way. So there's no question of going mad. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what Pakistan says because they're not going to get their way.
Yeah,
No matter how much noise they make, they're not going to get their way. BCCI basically controls ICC. They will get whatever they want. So BCCI could have scheduled the venues earlier, and then it's in Pakistan's court. If you want to play the World Cup, come and play. Otherwise, don't. We'll either you give walkover or you'll get replaced with another team. It's as
yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah, of course. And World Cup qualified, there are so many good teams are there. So
Yeah, I'm sure the third place team would want to take the place of Pakistan. If suppose Pakistan says no, maybe West Indies will be relieved, having lost to Netherlands yesterday.
yeah, yeah, definitely we will definitely talk about that. But the important thing we have to talk about in this video that achievement for India. One, we have to take the World Cup as well as gold medal in Asian Games. So we have to make a two-string teams. So I think first of all, let me check. Yeah, this is one of my subscriber, Miss Chitra.
Chitra
So hi.
makeover. Okay.
So hello, Chitra. Yeah. So thank you for response. Okay. So let's talk about the uh, Asian teams playing 11 as well as World Cup playing 11. So Rahul, do you think that uh, Indian team has a better strength than another team to make a two-string team, or you can say the strongest playing 11 with World Cup as well as Asian Games?
Yeah, India can definitely do it, but I think the second 11 is going to be a little bit shaky because it, I think, will kind of depend on who you choose for the World Cup, first of all. So, uh, yeah, so it depends on who you choose for the World Cup, first of all, because those who you choose in the World Cup, they cannot play in the Asian Games. I think the big weakness for India is going to be in the second run team, whichever we choose for the Asian Games. I think a weakness I see is we don't have enough good all rounders as such. Many of the top all rounders in India are likely to be selected for the World Cup. So it remains to be seen who our all rounders are going to be. The only two names I can think of, especially going on the IPL performances and seeing who is talented. I mean, the only two all rounders I can pick from, let's say, the IPL who are not going to go to the World Cup are probably Venkatesh Iyer and Krunal Pandya. Those are your only two all rounders. And Venkatesh Iyer, frankly speaking, is not some really fearsome all rounder like a Jack Callis or something. He's not that kind of all rounder. He's basically, he can bat up the order. He's a batsman who can do some bowling. He's not exactly an all rounder, but I think you'll need to pick. As much as I don't like Krunal Pandya as a person, you I think he needs to be chosen in the playing 11 for the Asian Games. I think you need to have him because he's the only all rounder I can really see coming up among these crop of players. There are many batsmen, there are many bowlers, but you need some all rounder in the team.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If we talk about the team India, that they have strongest playing 11 in 50 over World Cup. But now, if we talk about the Asian Games, they have another. You can say that T20 format. So according to T20 format, we have to see some good players also, not making such a young team there because Chennai pitch. If I talk about the pitch will not easy. If we talk about the China team, they played.
We don't know how China pitch will play because China is exactly not a proper cricketing nation. So we don't know whether they will prepare a spinning pitch or pace friendly wicket. I don't think it's very knowable, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course. If we so Rahul, you're playing 11. If you are making the second string playing 11, whose player will be first, second, third, fourth?
Okay, so I think opening pair, I think India has some good options, but I think with Shubman Gill likely to play in the World Cup, you can either I would go with Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rutraj Gaikwad to open the batting. I think that'll be a solid opening pair. Then then one down will be, I think, Sai Sudarshan. I think going by IPL performance, you can bring either Sai Sudarshan at one down, or I would bring in Venkatesh Iyer at one down. One of these two. Slots 4 and 5, I'll probably bring in Shivam Dubey and Rinku Singh. Uh, then at the wicket keeping spot, there are a few options. There's Jitesh Sharma. There is Ayush Badoni. There is also who else? Another wicket keeping option. Well, of course, if Sanju Samson is not selected for the World Cup, he should play in the Asia Cup. But I wouldn't recommend that. I think Sanju Samson should be in the World Cup and not the Asia Cup. So wicket keeping option, I would either go with one of among Jitesh Sharma or Ayush Badoni, or maybe Ishan Kishan would be my choice. So that would be your top six, and then at number seven will come Krunal Pandya. I think it's necessary to include Krunal Pandya in the playing 11 because he can bat and bowl. In fact, I'm even going to say at one down, although Sai Sudarshan has been really good for India, I'd probably prefer Venkatesh Iyer in the place of Sai Sudarshan. If you want
Yeah,
to bring in Venkatesh Iyer, he might can even take the place of Shivam Dubey or Rinku Singh. That is not a thing. I'd probably go with Sai Sudarshan. I probably prefer Venkatesh Iyer somewhere in the playing 11. And that is the bottom line. So these will be the seven batsmen basically. Then among bowlers, there are many options for spin. I think Rahul Cheher and Varun Chakravarti would be suitable options for spin. I might even consider Piyush Chawla somewhere. Yeah, Washington Sundar and or Piyush Chawla. Definitely, although Piyush Chawla is not exactly a youngster, he has experience in big tournaments. So I would certainly,
yeah,
I would certainly go for two among these four: Rahul Cheher, Rahul Cheher, Piyush Chawla, Varun Chakravarti, or who else did I mention among spin? Yeah, probably I'd also throw in Ravi Bishnoi into the fray. I think he's a very good option. So two among these four. Among pace bowlers, I probably go with the Sandeep Sharma to open the bowling, and who else? Sandeep Sharma. I might even choose uh, Akash Madwal. Akash Madwal had a pretty decent IPL with Mumbai Indians, so I think Akash Madwal is a good choice. Sandeep Sharma, Akash Madwal. These are your options among pace bowlers for India.
Yeah, so our subscriber giving more and more options. So now Mohsin Khan is also there. So India have so many options.
Yeah, oh, there is one more. Sorry, which person who came to my mind? Probably Tushar Deshpande, given the IPL season he had, and Syed Mushtaq Ali he had last year. I think given these two, you can't rule out Tushar Deshpande either from the playing 11.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but your captain, if you want to, in Asian games, who will be your captain for Team India? Who will represent?
That is a really good question. I'm not sure who will captain from this team. Simply because first thing is you need to select yourself as a player.
Yeah,
Only then you can select yourself as a captain. Kunal Pandya is actually captained the Lucknow Super Giants, so I might go with him. Although I don't think he's the greatest captain or anything. He's such a great leader, especially going by how he did in the in the eliminator against Mumbai Indians back in IPL. So Krunal Pandya will very grudgingly. I'm going to say Krunal Pandya as captain, and maybe Rutraj Gaikwad as vice captain of the team.
okay. Rahul, here I will give you some insights also because I regular follow the insights of BCCI. Uh, One thing is that for Asian Games, BCCI is going to give a name within 30 June, and there is inside that Shikhar Dhawan is not going to play for World Cup. So more maximum probability is that Shikhar Dhawan will be captain of this second string team. Means they are going with the experience of Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan is a good player of ICC trophies, so might their experience can work in Asian Games also. Asian Games is in China. So how you think that Dhawan as a captain for second string team as a experience?
Yeah, I wouldn't. If Shikhar Dhawan is not chosen for the World Cup, personally, I prefer Shikhar Dhawan is chosen for the World Cup because that is a bigger trophy than Asian Games. For Shikhar Dhawan, would be a little bit of an insult for him, in my opinion, to see him playing the Asian Games while 50 over World Cup is going on. That would be a little bit of an insult for Shikhar and Dhawan, a guy who's so good at ICC events. So I prefer him in the World Cup. But if he is in the Asian Games, then yes, I want him as opener and captain for sure.
Yeah, of course. So, according to insights, if there is Shikhar Dhawan is available, I think there will be so much problem with opening combination because we have SSV Jaiswal, we have Rituraj Gaikwad, we have Venkatesh Iyer, but we have to manage it. We have to think. So I think so. For according to me, I am going with Shikhar Dhawan and Rituraj Gaikwad. You can go with SSV Jaiswal. Third number for me is Sai Sudarshan. Number four, Nitish Rana. Number five for me is Rinku Singh, the finisher. And for wicket keeping option, I am going with Jitesh Sharma, who is hitting capability. I can add one more keeper also. Maybe I can give chance to. Uh, I forgot his name. He's
Ayush
playing.
Badoni.
Yeah, Ayush Badoni. Yes, Ayush Badoni. I can give it him. Even I can go with Sarfaraz also, maybe. Because Sarfraz can play, but I think he was not good in that IPL. So I think selection will be also
A
India.
selection for Sarfraz Khan for T20, not a very good idea in my opinion. If anything, Sarfraz Khan should be selected in Test cricket. That he can.
Yeah, Prab
That's
Simran
the
Singh.
only
Yeah,
format he can
yeah.
format.
I
Yeah,
miss
handle.
this name.
Yes.
Prab Simran Singh. Yes, Prab
Prabh
Simran.
Simran.
But Prab
Prabh
Simran Singh
Simran
is
is
good in
more of an
off
opener
spinner.
actually.
Yeah,
He opened for Kingsland Punjab, but I don't think he was good as some of the other openers on display in this IPL season. And
So if you want to solve the problem of opening combination, then might be you have to go with Prab Simran Singh, or if you have good openers, then go with Jitesh Sharma. He can play in the middle order, can finish matches. And for me, the all rounder like Jadeja, if I want some all rounder, then I will go with Akshar Patel, because I want Akshar Patel in this tournament, because I know in ODI there is very less chance Akshar Patel to come. But if Akshar Patel is not available, then I am with Shivam Dubey or Krunal Pandya. Because of good hitting capability, they can bowl too. And Ravi Vishnoi, Mohsin Khan, uh, Deepak Chahar. I am also thinking that might be Deepak Chahar will come with the second string team. Maybe Deepak Chahar, Mohsin
oh
Khan's.
yeah, I cannot rule him out.
Yeah, because if we talk about the World Cup team, Shami is there. I think maybe Bumrah can came into the picture, and there is Siraz is there. So I think and Shardul will be
See,
also available.
I think Shardul Thakur, I don't see making the ODI World Cup team. He's actually a very good option for to pick for the T20 team in the Asian Games. It remains to be seen where he will be a fit in this team. If Bumrah is fit, there's no question of him playing the Asian Games. He will obviously choose to play the ODI World Cup. There's no question about that. Uh, you can't be leaving your ace bowler out of the ODI World Cup to let him play in the Asian Games. There are certain players who need to play in the big tournaments, and Shikhar Dhawan, Jasprit Bumrah are two of those kind of people.
Yeah, of course. My heart also says that one of the Chehel or Kuldeep Yadav who will be fixed in your ODI squad, one must be come to this team, because I think if Chehel or Kuldeep, if anyone is available, can definitely thrash another team with their spinning qualities. So if there is possible, otherwise I am okay with Ravi Vishnoi. Ravi Vishnoi is also good spinner, so I am okay. I can go with Varun Chakravarti also, the mystery spin option, so I can go with him also. And there are so many youngsters, so you can make a playing 11. But yes, I'm happy with a captain. If Shikhar Dhawan is a captain, Shikhar Dhawan led India in the West Indies tour also, so I think it is possible. So welcome Ashwini. So you're playing 11 in Asian Games if India is going.
Yeah, I think my playing 11 will be if Shikhar is in the World Cup squad, then there is no chance. But
No.
as you said that Shikhar will not be playing, so I think Shikhar will be my captain there. Ideally, I will want to pick Nitish Rana as a captain because if I go looking into the future, I will go Nitish Rana as captain. If you saw in the IPL, yeah, he was very creative as a captain, and for the Indian contingent as a captaincy wise, he looks very promising there. So Shikhar Dhawan is there, Rituraj Gaikwad, then Nitish Rana. I will also pick Krunal Pandya because of his all round abilities, and I think Akshar Patel will be picked up in the World Cup squad because of his batting abilities, and I think obviously his bowling is not that great in white ball over the years, but I think due to the Indian conditions and the likings of the players like Rohit for him, I think he will be picked there. So if KP will be in my team, and other option will be Jitesh Sharma. I think Jitesh Sharma is a revelation in this IPL. Uh, his 20s, 30s, and his 40s, which he provided for Kings 11 Punjab. And one thing I like about Jitesh Sharma is I think he's very selfless as a player. He's not playing for himself. I think he's playing for the team. And if you saw his contribution, I think his 8 ball 20s, his 10 ball 30s. I think in that way, I think he's looking for team's runs, not his own runs. So in that way, I will pick him definitely in my squad in the playing 11. And other middle order options like Sai Sudarshan is also there. He is also looking very promising. For the bowling point of view, I think there will be a little bit debate around this. I think Akash Madwal, one of my bowlers there, because for domestic point of view, I think he is the most promising prospect what we saw in this IPL. In bowling, then I think I will go with because I will pick the fresh faces there. So I will go with Vaibhav Baroda. because in this IPL I saw his bowling improved drastically. His pace is rises from mid 120s to high 130s. In that case, I think he's very good with the new ball. Also, he also improved his death bowling a little bit there. And third one will be Mohsin Khan because of his left arm angle. Also, in the previous IPL, he was a revelation. In this IPL, he makes a comeback. Though his impact is not that much there, but I hope that if he picks in this Asia Cup, sorry, Asian Games, he will be very you can say that effective with the old ball there. So I will so my playing 11 will be like this, and one or two extra players. I think Harshit Rana is also impressive as a bowler for KKR. There, so I will also pick Harshit Rana is there. So one guy we also misses, that is Khalil Ahmed.
Yeah.
We didn't take his name. Obviously, in 2 to 3 years back, he looks like that he will be the next big thing for fast bowling for India. But suddenly he got disappeared like another other fast bowlers from India due to his fitness issue or the lack of form there. And I think in the past two IPLs, what we saw in Khalil's game, I think he improved massively as a bowler. But I saw in his bowling, I think he makes some technical changes regarding his bowling. And if you saw, his head positioning is a bit straightforward. When he used to bowl 2 3 years ago, I think his body alignment is not that great when he's used to bowl there. So I think in that regard, I think he done well regards to his body alignment, and also I think he is more matured as a bowler now.
Yes.
And there are many options you can pick from. Avesh Khan is also there, but I think Avesh's form in T20s, what we saw him, I think maybe he can be picked, but I will not pick him because he's too expensive as a bowler.
Yes, we have so many options. India have
Yeah,
ability that they can make a strong 22 players of team. Still.
yeah,
Okay, so Ashwini, today finally schedule has come after all the controversies from Pakistan that they want to change the
yeah.
venue, this that, and finally the trophy will be arrive in the Narendra Modi Stadium in a style coming from space. So how you think and visualize this thing?
Yeah, I think yeah, it's a great initiative. If I remember that 2019 World Cup, I think Dale Steyn and Morne Mokel, I think lift up the trophy in Dubai's famous aquatic museum there. So and I think Graham Smith and other player is lifting that trophy to Burj Khalifa. So in that way, I think his next destination will be at space there. So I think it's a great initiative by BCCI, and I think it's a lucrative for the marketing purpose and for the viewership. Also, that they doing some amazing things to attract the audience.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, so Ashwini, not only men's team, there is also women's team. We know that we have one more games where India not be able to take a gold, and Australian team was
yeah,
successful at that time. So we have to talk about the women's team also because in WIPL we have so many talented spinners we got.
yeah,
So who will be in our playing 11? Let's see. So because if we have Deepti Sharma, we have so much confidence in this player with the terms of bowling, maximum in terms of bowling, not in terms of batting that much. I'm not convinced with his batting, I'm convinced with his bowling. They are economical bowling effort. So if I talk about the opening combination, I think you can pick same opening, uh,
yeah.
Smriti
I think
Mandhana and
Kunal, if you show me the teams, then it will be more comfortable for me to pick up the players.
yeah, let me show you. But I think a few players, the Smriti Mandhana,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shefali Verma will be opening. I think so. There is no another opener who can replace both of them.
I think Shefali and Mandana will be the ideal combination, and Obviously, Smriti Mandana is one of the best white ball batters in women's cricket, so she will be there. And Shefali, I think over the years, obviously she's promising young batter around the world, but I think her form is little bit dicey at the moment. She's not, you can say that, contributing that what we expect from her. So I think Shefali has to regain his form, what we expect from her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I think so. What happens with Shefali that he is trying to play like a Sehwag, that he want to play each and
Yeah,
every ball.
I think that's her natural game. I think she should be there, but I think there should be a cautious approach with the aggression too. I think that's what lacking in Shefali's game.
Yes, definitely. So I think in third number I am confirmed with Harmanpreet Kaur
I
because
think
of
Harmanpreet Singh is ladies Yuvraj Singh. The way he
I
conquering the
can say
ball there.
MS Dhoni. I can say MS Dhoni.
Yeah, I would say Yuvraj Singh. His batting style is bit like, and he's come from that same area, so I think his batting style is little bit like Yuvraj.
Yes,
Although she's a captain of Mumbai Indians
Yeah,
with
yeah.
and wears a number 7 jersey.
MS.
no, actually his stance is also like him, like the MS Dhoni. That's why I
Yeah, and she's a
compare.
right-handed
Yeah,
batsman, if
right,
I'm
right.
not wrong.
And
Yes.
aggressive also at the time. First defensive and then aggressive. So Dhoni have both abilities.
Yeah, I think and other options are Deepti. Deepti is, I think, if I am not wrong, she is one of the leading all rounders in women's cricket, and with her bowling, I think over the years she also improved his batting there. And I think one thing over the years I saw in Indian women's game, I think they lack that power hitting factor there. I think now with the inclusion of Richa Ghosh in the team, I think in that department, I think women's team is, you can say that they are covering up that problem there. So I think Richa Ghosh is that X factor player which India is definitely missing in their playing 11.
Yeah, Richa will be a wicketkeeper option. I will pick him in a number five.
Yeah,
Number five. Then Deepti Sharma. So if we talk about the options, I think India is good, but I think so. Need to think about the Harmanpreet Kaur batting position, whether he will come on four or three. Then I think Jemima Rodriguez will come in number three.
yeah, Jamima.
Jemima Rodriguez, you can say it is type of Ajinkya Rahane type of player,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. Yeah, I think she's, you can say that, very classical sort of batsman. Obviously, she's from same school of Mumbai school of cricket. You can say that little bit Khadoos type, but uh, but I say that by playing in the WBL and you can say that uh, leagues in England, I think she definitely developed her game in white ball format and especially in T20 cricket. So she's now obviously her strength is not the six hitting as we expected from Rita Ghosh and Harmanpreet Kaur, but his strength are taking strikes and played orthodox shots there. So in that regard, she is, I think, covering the role of uh, I, you can say that India's, I think, star batter. What her name? I forget her name. She's covering her role there.
Yes, of course.
Mithali
So
Raj, Mithali Raj, Mithali Raj.
Mithali
Yeah,
Raj, okay.
yeah. She's playing the role of Mithali Raj. That's
Actually, if we see Mithali Raj type of playing, I think it is nearly impossible to copy Mithali Raj.
yeah. I knew. I think you can't compensate Mithali, but I think definitely she's playing that type of role in the team.
Yeah,
And I think if you saw India's bowling department there, I think in spin, I think there is a Radha Yadav. She's good. Then Gaikwad is there. both are left arm spinners. I think they will do the good job. But in the fast bowling department, I think in that area where I think women's team need to work there, though they find some good fast bowlers in the likes of Manchi Joshi, uh, and then Pooja Vastrwakar. She's a bit like Hardik Pandya in her attitude. But I think in that department, India need to search more fast bowlers there, so they can build up their squad more strong.
Yes, of course. And I think previous was Commonwealth game. I think so, where India was in final against Australia.
Yeah,
What is the problem, Ashwani? Why they always lost to Australia when there is Australia is coming?
yeah. I think ऑस्ट्रेलिया वुमेन्स की ऐसी टीम है जिसके खिलाफ आई थिंक compete करना बड़ी बात है। उसका भी ऐसा रुतबा है कि जैसे 80s में वेस्ट इंडीज का था। बट मैं ये कहूंगा कि अगर आप इंडिया का परफॉर्मेंस देखें ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट्स में, आई थिंक इंडिया ने, मैं कहूंगा कि शायद इंग्लैंड के बाद या सिर्फ इंडिया ने ही उनको सबसे ज्यादा टक्कर दिया है। अगर आपको हरमनप्रीत का 171 याद होगा, वो भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया जैसी टीम के खिलाफ। और अभी हमने कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में देखा जिसमें इंडिया आई थिंक लगभग वो मैच जीता हुआ था, लेकिन मैं ये कहूंगा कि शायद बैटर्स की फिनिश ना करने की काबिलियत की वजह से वो मैच हारे हैं। और ऐसा ही वर्ल्ड कप में भी हमने आप अभी देखा हमने कि जिस तरह से हरमनप्रीत रन आउट हुई, और यही प्रॉब्लम रही है कि इंडिया की टीम लाइन तक पहुंचती है पर उसको पार नहीं कर पाती है। और अ, अगर हमने दोनों इनिंग्स में कंपैरिजन देखा है तो इंडिया जीत के बहुत करीब थी लेकिन उसको फिनिश नहीं कर पाया। आई थिंक वहां पर उनका थोड़ा कमी देखो। यही टीम मेंस में देखा है कि मेंस टीम जिस तरह से सेमीफाइनल तक पहुंची है लेकिन जो आखिरी पड़ाव है उसको वो पार नहीं कर पाते हैं।
जी बिल्कुल।
जी।
बिल्कुल, तो देखिए अगर हम इसकी टीम को देखें तो मुझे लगता है कि ये टीम में बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब बॉलिंग यूनिट पे काम करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि बॉलिंग यूनिट जो है थोड़ी-सी कमज़ोर नज़र आती है, हालाँकि
आई थिंक
जो
अगर आप इंडिया की बॉलिंग देखें तो इसमें दीप्ति शर्मा आपकी स्टार बॉलर हैं। उसके बाद आपके जो दो लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर्स हैं, राधा यादव प्लस राजेश्री गायकवाड़। स्पिन स्पिन के मामले में आई थिंक आपकी बॉलिंग अच्छी है। फास्ट बॉलिंग में रेणुका ठाकुर हैं, जो मैं कहूंगा कि पिछले 2 साल में झूलन गोस्वामी के बाद आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा पॉजिटिव रही है। जिस तरह से वो बॉल को स्विंग करवाती हैं, लेडी भुवनेश्वर कुमार है वो। लेकिन हाँ, एक बात है कि जो आपका फास्ट बॉलिंग का स्ट्रोक है वो मेरे को लगता है कि हल्का सा थिन है। उसको थोड़ा इंडिया को बिल्डअप करने की जरूरत है। और अगर आपने अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप देखा होगा तो वहां पर एक दो बॉलर आपको दिखे थे कि उनमें एक काबिलियत थी कि वो अगर वो थोड़ा सा और एक्सपीरियंस ले तो वो इंडिया को आगे जाकर सर्व कर सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। तो टीम जो है मतलब कुछ ना कुछ सेटल है। मुझे लगता है कि
जी।
बैटिंग यूनिट में प्रॉब्लम नहीं आना चाहिए। इंडिया की टीम जिस तरह से बैटिंग में है, एग्रेसिव होके खेल सकते हैं। हरमनप्रीत कौर, स्मृति मंधाना, शेफाली वर्मा और लाइक्स ऑफ दीप्ति शर्मा भी थोड़ा बहुत बैट चला सकते हैं ऋचा घोष के साथ। सो मुझे लगता है कि प्रॉब्लम बॉलिंग यूनिट में ही रहेगी थोड़ी बहुत। हेलो, हेलो।
या यू आर राइट।
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Rahul, hello.
Yes, yes, Kunal.
So Rahul, you're playing 11 for women's. If you have some knowledge, if you watch,
Okay, well, maybe, well, thank you for showing me the list. Maybe I can try to.
I think you can see the face and you can determine this is a player. Eh?
Well, I know Smriti Mandana and Shafali Varma will open the batting. I think that's a good opening pair for the Indian team. Then you have who else? Then for I guess Deepthi Sharma at one down. I think uh, you can play. Then who else is there?
Jemima Rodriguez.
Yeah, Jemima Rodriguez. I think these will form the top four. Then working from bowling onwards, of course. I'd pick Julan Goswami, Poonam Yadav, Sneha Rana. Uh, okay, I think these are like seven players. The other four, I'm not quite.
I think you missed the wicket keeper, Richa Ghosh.
Oh yeah, Richa Ghosh. Yeah. So I guess 8 out of 11 players are pretty much set. I'm not quite sure of the other three.
Yeah, yeah. Try to pick.
या कुणाल आई थिंक अगर आप इंडिया की मैं बॉलिंग पे फास्ट बॉलिंग पे बात हो क्योंकि फास्ट बॉलिंग मेरा एक कहो कि पसंदीदा सब्जेक्ट है तो झूलन गोस्वामी के बाद जैसे आपके पास रेणुका ठाकुर है मानसी जोशी जिस तरह से इंडिया ने उनको ट्राई किया था प्लस एक दो और बॉलर से बट मैंने जो अंडर 19 में देखा उसमें एक बॉलर है हरली गाला वो काफी अच्छी है प्लस टीटस साधु है तो ये दो बॉलर्स इंडिया को आगे जाकर देखना पड़ेगा कि इनमें वो क्षमता है कि ये इंडिया को सर्व कर सकते हैं आगे जाके टीटस साधु को अगर आपने देखा होगा अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप में तो आई थिंक उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस था बहुत ही अच्छा था वो जिस तरह से वो बॉलिंग को करते हैं थोड़ी जानदार बॉलर मेरे को लगती है वो थोड़ा सा उन पर और काम किया जाए थोड़ा उनके रनअप पर तो मेरे को लगता है कि उनमें क्षमता है कि वो इंडिया को सर्व कर सकती है और उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस है अच्छा आ सकता है इंडिया की तरफ से अगर वो इंडिया की से खेलती है
बिल्कुल एक लेफ्ट आर्म बॉलर भी है और उनको भी रख सकते हैं लेफ्ट आर्म फास्ट बॉलर
जी या मेरे को उनका नाम नहीं याद आ रहा वो शायद अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ भी खेली थी वो
अभी WIPL में काफी बढ़िया रहा था उनका खेल रहे थे वो यूपी की तरफ से
जी
नहीं वी से कुछ नाम है मैंने भूल गया ध्यान नहीं आ रहा मुझे
एक आई थिंक साइका इशाक भी हैं वो भी अच्छी बॉलर हैं जो
साइका इशाक
यस लेफ्ट आर्मर है आई थिंक मुंबई से खेली थी वो भी एक अच्छा टैलेंट लगी है मेरे को वो उनको भी इंडिया आई थिंक आने वाले टाइम पर अगर उनका जो इमर्जिंग एशिया कप होता है या अंडर 23 अंडर 25 टूर्नामेंट्स होते हैं इंडिया की तरफ से वहां पर उनको ट्राई किया जा सकता है वो एक अच्छा टैलेंट लगी है
साइका इशाक अनुजा पाटिल
जी
बिल्कुल श्रेयंका पाटिल भी अच्छी है
yes yeah she's a good off spinner I think she's in the Bangalore team
यस यस तो ओवरऑल मुझे लगता है कि इंडियन टीम का जो है थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम वुमेन्स टीम में थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा रहेगा स्टिल हालांकि उनकी जो मेन टीम ही खेलेगी उनका तो कोई अभी टूर्नामेंट चलेगा नहीं साथ में बट फिर भी जो मेंस की जो बी स्ट्रिंग टीम है वो ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग है फिर भी अगर हम पूरी प्लेइंग 11 बनाए तो
या आई थिंक अगर आप मेंस की इंडिया की टीम को देखें तो मैं चाहूंगा ओबियसली शिखर धवन को एक थोड़ा सा उनके प्रति थोड़ी सहानुभूति रहेगी कि इंडिया के एक्स प्लेयर हैं और उनका बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है बट आई थिंक मैं एशिया जो एशियन गेम्स होगी उसमें मैं एक फ्रेश स्क्वाड को चुनूंगा मैं एक तरह से वो इंडिया का इमर्जिंग स्क्वाड होना चाहिए मेरी नजर में क्योंकि मैं वो प्लेयर चुनूंगा जो मेरे को लगता है कि आने वाले टाइम में इंडिया को सर्व कर सके ऑब्वियसली कुणाल पांड्या भी शायद पिक हो सकते हैं बट मैं थोड़ा वो फ्रेश फेसेस लूंगा उस टीम में क्योंकि मेरे को ऑब्वियसली हमें जो इंडिया की टीम पार्टिसिपेट करनी जाएगी उसका ये भी एक मकसद होगा कि हमें वहां पर मेडल जीतना है पर मैं उसको एक इंडिया के फ्यूचर के नजरिए से देखूंगा कि उस टीम से मेरे को कौन कौन से प्लेयर्स मिल सकते हैं जो इंडिया की मेन टीम में खेल सकते हैं आगे जाकर
बिल्कुल लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि एक्चुअली बीसीआई क्या चाहेगी कि हमें एशियन गेम्स में मतलब एक जो है मेडल भी फिक्स हो तो हम कुछ एक प्लेयर अगर आप खिला सकते हैं अगर कोशिश रहेगी तो वो धवन को जरूर लेके आएंगे और अभी 3 दिन में लिस्ट बन जाएगी 30 को वो लिस्ट सेंड कर देंगे तो हमें कंफर्म हो जाएगा कि यही 15-16 खिलाड़ी जाने वाले हैं
जी
खेलने के लिए तो फिर हम दोबारा से वीडियो लेके आएंगे तो कंफर्म प्लेइंग 11 बनाएंगे यही हो सकता है इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं हो सकता अभी तो हम सोच रहे कि ये भी आ जाए ये भी आ जाए वो भी आ
आई
जाए
थिंक बॉलिंग में आपके पास काफी ऑप्शन है बैटिंग में तो आई है बॉलिंग में हमने कार्तिक त्यागी का नाम नहीं लिया इवन इवन नागरकोटी चलो वो तो इंजर्ड रहते हैं जो उनके साथी हैं शिवम मावी वो भी है तो आई थिंक आपके पास बॉलिंग में तो बॉलिंग में भी बहुत सारे ऑप्शन है तो देखना पड़ेगा कि मैं तो वही चाहूंगा कि बीसीसीआई या सिलेक्टर्स वही ऑप्शन चुने जो आने वाले टाइम में इंडिया की मेन टीम में भी को भी रिप्रेजेंट करे तो वहां पर उनको सोच समझकर सिलेक्शन करनी पड़ेगी और जैसे कि अगर अगर आपने अभी इंडिया का ये टेस्ट स्क्वाड देखा है तो वहां पर मेरे को एक दो सिलेक्शन से बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है, जैसे कि नवदीप सैनी का अगर आप अभी कैंट की तरफ से परफॉर्मेंस देखें तो वो बहुत महंगे साबित हो रहे हैं वहां पर। तो मेरा वही सवाल है कि आप जो सिलेक्शन कर रहे हैं किस बेसिस पे कर रहे हैं? नवदीप सैनी है, नो डाउट दिल्ली से उन्होंने काफी मैचेस खेले हुए हैं, पर पिछले 1-2 साल से वो इतना ज्यादा इंजर्ड रहे हैं कि उनका जो रेड बॉल में एक बॉलिंग रिदम है उनका, वो बॉलिंग ओवर्स नहीं है उनके पास। तो ये देखना पड़ेगा कि आप किस प्लेयर की सिलेक्शन कर रहे हैं और किस बेसिस पे कर रहे हैं। वो क्या वो सिलेक्शन है, क्या वो टीम इंडिया को फायदा पहुंचा सकती है या नहीं?
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। और मुझे लगता है कि अगर कोई टीम इंडिया को टक्कर दे सकती है, तो मुझे लगता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया की सेकंड स्ट्रिंग टीम वही टक्कर दे सकती है, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है। अगर बाकी टीम में उठा के देखता हूँ,
अगर एशियन गेम्स की बात कर रहे हैं आप?
नहीं, सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी, एशियन गेम्स तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया पॉसिबल नहीं है। आई थिंक मे बी श्रीलंका, मे बी।
आई थिंक वो फिर एशियन गेम्स नहीं होनी थी, वो होनी थी ऑस्ट्रेलेशियन गेम्स। पहले ऑस्ट्रेलेशिया कप
No,
होता
no,
था ना
no.
वहां।
There is no Australia in the
नो
Asian
नो नो,
Games. There's
सॉरी
no Australia.
नहीं नहीं,
सर।
मैं इनको सटायर के तौर पे बोल रहा था। मैंने कहा अगर
Oh,
ऑस्ट्रेलेशिया कप होता
Australasian.
ऑस्ट्रेलेशिया कप होता था तो ऑस्ट्रेलेशियन गेम्स होनी थी वो।
मुझे
Uh,
लगता है फिर वहाँ पे श्रीलंका की टीम हो सकती है
it's okay,
थोड़ी बहुत।
fine. We don't.
श्रीलंका
Asian
की
Games
सेकंड स्ट्रिंग टीम।
is one trophy India can win. Don't want Australia to take that also.
I think, yeah, I think Rahul, if you watch the football, I don't know much about football, but I saw there in Asia Cup, in football Asia Cup, Australia
There
also
is Australia.
participate.
Yeah,
Australia also participated there.
actually Australia should be in Oceania, but they
Y-
chose to play
Yeah,
in Asia Cup because they feel Oceania is not competition for them
I think then New
like
Zealand
that.
should also be there in.
No, New Zealand, actually, Australia and New Zealand, they should be both in Oceania. Geographically speaking,
Yeah, yeah.
Australia and New Zealand, they are anything but Asian. Australia and New Zealand are not Asian at all. What
Yes,
there's
yes,
nothing
yeah,
Asian
yes.
about those countries.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they fit more in Oceania. I don't
Or
understand why Australia part for football alone is part of Asia, is clubbed with Asia. That doesn't make any sense to me.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, of course. Okay, so guys, let's talk about the Super Six. So Super Six will start day after tomorrow. So let me show you the points table that will clarify that who is going to be top two. Uh, I will say sorry to West Indies that they are
Yeah.
in a big trouble,
They have
big
to be
trouble.
sorry for themselves, frankly
Yes, yes.
speaking.
Yeah, he's right.
There's no point in us being sorry for them.
Yeah, because but the way the history of West Indies, I am very shocked that how this West Indies team will not qualify.
I think Kunal, this result is coming due to their inconsistent selection and the politics in their board and in their cricketing setup. Most of their players don't want to play for their country. Obviously, I don't say country; it's a group of island nation there, so they don't want to be loyal with them. And one of the main factors behind this is their board. I think their board is not, you can say that, good at communicating with the players that much. So in that regard, I think these things are definitely due for the West Indies. And I think if these things not you can say that waking them up, then I think definitely their cricket will be going to the, you can say that, uh, downwards there. So I think they need to awaken there, because we can't lose the West Indies team, because this team has a glorious history and this team gives us so many great players. So I think it's now to the West Indies board that they should uh, try to regroup themselves and their think tank, that what's actually happening wrong with the West Indies team
Yes.
and West
So
Indies cricket.
yes. So let's talk about how West Indies can qualify. If we see the points table, West Indies have no points. They are going with zero. Sri Lanka with four, Zimbabwe with four, Scotland two, Netherlands two, Oman and West Indies zero. So what will be the scenario? First of all, West Indies have to win all the matches, making it run rate plus. So West Indies will play with he will play with Sri Lanka. will play with
Oman and Scotland.
Oman and
So their next
Scotland.
match is against Scotland on July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think West Indies should take the positive from the previous World Cup qualifier, where I think Afghanistan has also gone with 0 point in Super Six, but they win all their matches and they qualified for the World Cup. So in that case, I think West Indies can take the positive. And also I think in my case I think Zimbabwe only have to one or two matches, so they can afford that Sri Lanka can lose one match and West Indies can win all three matches. So they then West Indies need to rely on Zimbabwe's result actually.
Yes.
Yeah, there
And
is a match between Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. Whoever wins that, actually, between Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe, some team will lose for sure. One team will lose, so you have to hope that that team which loses, they'll also win only one of their other two matches maximum, and West Indies can try to win all three matches and overtake them. That's what needs to happen, frankly speaking. And next match they have with Scotland. If they win that match with Scotland, then they are equal on points with Scotland. They are back in the hunt, kind of. You
Yeah,
can say that they are.
I think West
They
Indies.
but they need that win to psychologically believe that they can still qualify for this World Cup.
Yes, yes. I think they need to win their all matches first. I think that's their first target is, and rest. If it's in their luck, they will definitely qualify.
I think Zimbabwe can beat Oman easily. Other than that, if Sri Lanka and Scotland beat Zimbabwe, then the match will
I
suddenly
think
turn.
Zimbabwe has to win only two games. So I think they can definitely win Oman and Scotland. Sri Lanka can be dicey, but they can beat Sri Lanka too, because if we saw in the
Not
past
beyond them,
matches,
yes.
they beat Sri Lanka in their home turf there. So it's not you can say that difficult for Zimbabwe. They can't beat Sri Lanka.
Yes. And if we talk about Sri Lanka today, bowling was good. Hasranka don't perform in that manner, but still, Sri Lanka team managed to win this match. Score was not that convincing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you saw Scotland's bowling there, I think their opening bowler, I think he bowled with bit of venom there. I think he bowled very sharply there and bowled wicket to wicket bowling, and he looks very promising and quick. I don't saw any associate bowler with so much pace for a long time, other than Paul van Meekeren of Netherlands there. So I think this guy is looks serious prospect for me. Obviously, he's around 30 there, but he looks good. But in batting department, I think if you saw the associate team, they are generally weakened against. You can say that mystery type of bowlers there, and the short pitch bowling. If you saw the trend in that ICC World Cup qualifiers there, most of the wickets they threw at short pitch bowling and the leg spin wrist spin type of bowling. So in that regard, I think they need to work on that department. If you saw one thing I want to say that Sri Lanka, why they are called minnow killer there, because they have got such certain type of unorthodox bowlers. Because if you face Ajanta Mendes, if you remember that first time when India faced Ajanta Mendes, the India can't read him. They takes one or two series to read him. So if any associate teams face these types of bowler, how they can play him if an established team can't read that type of bowler.
Yes. Okay. So, question from you all. We are waiting for this battle in World Cup, Zimbabwe versus Pakistan.
Yeah, of course. Depends on where
Yeah,
that match is going to happen, though. That is the question, because it depends on whether Zimbabwe finishes as qualifier two or qualifier one.
yeah.
Let me check. I
So
think so. It is possible.
qualifier, if Zimbabwe is qualifier one, if they win this
I think
qualifiers tournament, they will face Zimbabwe in Hyderabad on
yes, yes,
October
yes.
6th.
It will be in Hyderabad. I think Pakistan's most
Yes.
matches it is in south area of India. So I
Yes,
think
absolutely. So they will face both these
y-
qualifiers in
yeah,
Hyderabad. Whoever qualifies from this World Cup, both of them will play against Pakistan in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
and
Okay.
I think they never ever play in Hyderabad, if I correctly remember. Pakistan
I
never
think
play in Hyderabad.
I think they played before, maybe in 2006 or something. 2000, no, not six, 2005. I guess they played in Hyderabad.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'd
I
have to
don't know.
confirm.
I don't think they play in Hyderabad.
I'd have to confirm that. So
So they will be concerned for Pakistan then because bowling is good for Zimbabwe. Muzarabani, Chatara.
I think one thing that over the years Zimbabwe has got, वो आई थिंक पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ इतना खेल चुके हैं कि उनको पाकिस्तान की टीम की स्ट्रेटजीज के बारे में पता है कि वो किस तरह से खेलते हैं, उनकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, उनकी वीकनेस क्या है। तो आई थिंक तो उनको आइडिया है, क्योंकि अगर आपको याद होगा जब पाकिस्तान में क्रिकेट नहीं हो रही थी, तो आई थिंक जिम्बाब्वे जिम्बाब्वे आई थिंक केनिया गई थी। उसके जो पहली जो टेस्ट प्लेइंग नेशन था वो जिम्बाब्वे था, जो पाकिस्तान में गया था 2015 में। तो 2015 से 23 के बीच में आई थिंक उन दोनों के बीच इतने ज्यादा मैचेस हुए जितने आई थिंक पहले
mm,
इंडिया और श्रीलंका के बीच होते थे। तो आई थिंक उनको पता है कि पाकिस्तान की टीम किस तरह से खेलती है, उनके बॉलिंग कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होते हैं। सो दे न्यू एवरीथिंग।
absolutely,
तो
and
अभी
they've defeated Pakistan in the T20 World Cup last year. We
यस
can't
यस यस,
forget that.
they also beated Pakistan in their own home turf there.
Yeah, in
So
ODI cricket. Yes,
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 they also beat Pakistan in Test cricket too in
yes.
2013.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay.
So actually, you are talking about Pakistan not having played in Hyderabad yet, right? Actually, in this Pakistan team, among the currently active Pakistan cricketers, I don't think any of them have played any cricket in India at all. That is a big challenge for them. None of them have played in India before. And now the first time that they're playing in India is in a World Cup. So
Yeah,
that can be a bit of a challenge for them. None of the active Pakistani cricketers have played in India at all.
Yeah. Okay. So Rohit is waiting for India versus South African
South
Stadium.
Africa.
I think
This.
it is in the Kanpur. If I am Kanpur or
Kolkata,
Calcutta,
Kolkata,
Calcutta, Calcutta,
Calcutta.
Calcutta, Calcutta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, so
I think in
I
that
I
match,
was hoping it would be
handling
in
Klassen.
Bangalore at least. I mean, probably for me, if I were to watch in stadium, Chennai or Bangalore would be my suitable venues. But
Klassen and Markham, main player.
yeah.
yeah,
I will
absolutely.
say I think this South African team can be a, you can say that, dark horse type team, because obviously we not rated that this team will reaches the top four there, and there is a high chances that they may not reach. But I think this team, the likes of Klaassen, Miller, Rassi Vanderdussen, game is well suited to ODI format there, and these guys are excellent player of spin. So I think that is the thing which got into their favor. Obviously, they have got world class attack in the form of Rabada, obviously Nokia and Johnson is there, but I think their batting can surprise uh, uh, any other team in this World Cup. So I will watch their batting in this World Cup too.
Yeah, the problem with the South Africa, I feel, is they are a bit what to say. They're kind of like choker. They
Yeah,
choke a
yeah.
lot. They okay. Even when they had a very strong team, they were always losing in important games. Last year, I thought they will top the group in first place and go through to the semi-final. Given who was there, there was India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Netherlands, and Zimbabwe. So I thought South Africa would top the table. They will go undefeated into the semi-final. Instead, they lost to Pakistan and Netherlands in their last two matches. So
Yeah, I think I still don't digest that defeat. How they lost to Netherlands there, but what can you say about that? I think that's monkey on their back from that 1992 World Cup to 2023 currently. They, I think, don't able to cross that line of big matches there. So I think obviously they need that luck. Maybe that's in 2023 World Cup there. Who knows?
Yeah, they've only won one ICC tournament knockout
Yeah,
in
in
their history.
1998. In 1998.
Uh, yeah, in fact, and since then they won only one knockout match, which was in 2015. They defeated Sri Lanka in the World Cup quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think they won one ICC event, that is under 19 World Cup in 2014, and Aden Markham and Kagiso Wada in that team there. So I think so. I will take this as a positive, and that too in subcontinent conditions. That is in UAE. So who knows that this South Africa team may pull lot of surprises for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel they're. Oh, I will never watch Pakistan match in Kolkata. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm considering, to be frank, maybe for the sake of it, watching Pakistan match in Chennai, just for the sake of seeing a match at Chepauk Stadium, I might watch Pakistan versus South Africa if I'm fortunate enough to come to India during the World Cup.
Okay, so I will watch one match in Dharamshala because Dharamshala is very close to my home there. So I am very fortunate in that regard. There's a five matches in Dharamshala and one match. I think India versus New Zealand.
India versus New Zealand,
There I
yes.
think possibly I will be there to watch this match.
Yeah, in Delhi, India versus Afghanistan. Wow.
That will be a cracker of a match. I told you because you can't take Afghanistan lightly.
Okay, Rohit is saying, according to you guys, who can play the final this year? I want India versus Pakistan. No one.
Mm, okay, I think it's going to be Australia versus England in the final, with Australia winning the final. I
Oh,
mean, actually, there are a
please.
lot of similarities with this World Cup and the 1987 World Cup.
Okay.
India playing Australia in Chennai, then one of the semis being in Mumbai. That is another similarity, but
Yeah.
I kind of feel that could be a bad. That's a bad omen for India, because India lost to Australia in
Uh,
Chennai back then. They lost semis in Mumbai also
yeah.
in 1987. But I'm kind of predicting that the same script might repeat. India and Pakistan losing in semi-finals to Australia and England in whichever way, and Australia defeating England in the final. It might be an encore of 1987. That is my
Yeah.
prediction.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I will be going little bit different. I think maybe Rahul's prediction will be right there, but I will go with India versus England uh,
Versus England.
there. So I think in this World Cup, maybe I see that India will slowly gain their momentum, and in the final stages they may pick up their best form there. Same like in the 2011 World Cup, where if you saw that Indian team, they initially struggle there. If you saw they lose to South Africa there, were tied against England there. So I think they will slowly gain their momentum, and in the end, I think they might, you can say this time, clear that final Hudo, which we waiting for 10 years.
Rohit, I think New Zealand will out of the top four. I think
I think,
because
yeah, if I heard the news, I think Williamson might play this World Cup.
but it does not make so much difference for New Zealand.
I'm going to see if Williamson. Uh, I have a feeling, given this is in the subcon, even Sri Lanka will finish ahead of New Zealand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I feel maybe sixth place is the right prediction for New Zealand. I don't think they're that bad that they will go below sixth place, but they'll finish sixth. They might come a little bit close to the semi final. Probably Sri Lanka fifth, New Zealand sixth, South Africa seventh, like that. It might be.
yes. So let's see what will happen. But yes, we know that India will definitely try to win this cup as well as gold in Asian Games because we need performance, good performance in both. So let's see who will be the name players on June 30. June 30, we will confirm that these players are going to play in Asian Games. Then we will make a confirm playing 11.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, if Zimbabwe qualifies, then how many matches do you guys think they can win out of nine? Maybe
Hmm.
three, three, not more than that.
Uh, I think two matches. I'll go with two matches. I think Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Other than that, I don't see
Bangladesh,
them.
Afghanistan, Pakistan, three.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Only three. I don't think they can upset India. Impossible.
No, that they may not.
I think it will be difficult for Zimbabwe. I think going beyond two matches there, because if you saw their bowling combination, obviously they have the likes of Sikandar Raja, Sean Williams, Ball. They bowl the obviously bowling good spin options they have, but I think their spin options are not of that quality. Obviously, we know that Sikandar Raja has knack of taking the wickets, but I think they lacks that quality spinners there. And if you saw their bowling lineup, Zimbabwe's, their bowling lineup is more suited to you can say that pitch that contains a little bit of bounce. You can say that it's suited to more like South African and Australian conditions there. So in that regard, I think it may be a little bit difficult for Zimbabwe to beyond two matches, but who knows? You saw best of Zimbabwe in that upcoming World Cup there. They surprises us in that World Cup too, in previous World Cup, in that T20 World Cup. In this World Cup, they can surprise us by defeating any team there.
Yes, of course. And overall, I can say that this World Cup will be great. Uh, if we still West Indies have chance to qualify. What do you guys think
Yes,
about
they
that?
have. Yes, they have.
Yes, they
They
had,
do. It's a very
despite that.
outside chance, if you ask me, because
Very minimal chance. Very minimal
yeah,
chance.
very
I wish
minimal chance.
Zimbabwe
Because
not win their
see, they
matches.
have to they have to win three matches and then hopes that some other results will go their way. That is what needs to
Zimbabwe,
happen.
Zimbabwe
West
has to
Indies need to
lose two matches.
two matches.
either
There is a
yeah,
possibility.
Zimbabwe or Sri Lanka. They have to lose two matches, but first West Indies have to
I
take
think
care of
Sri Lanka
business.
is impossible.
Yeah,
Can't
beating.
possible to beat now.
Yeah.
No, you can't say it's impossible because this cricket is very unpredictable game there. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, but I can't say impossible.
Because Sri Lanka is in good form still after seeing
Yeah, Sri
today's
Lanka is
match.
in really good form. It'll be tough to beat them. West Indies
Yeah.
has to get through Sri Lanka. They have to defeat Sri Lanka. And that is a must if they want to
Yeah,
have any
but
chances.
one thing I talk about West Indies, they are very unpredictable like Pakistan. Pakistan, though, become little bit consistent in the past few years, but West Indies are very unpredictable team. You can't expect they loses to very minnow team, but they produces some great performance against very big sides too. So you can expect anything from this West Indies team.
To be frank, it's not really comparable because
Yeah.
Pakistan, they have some talented players in their ranks and people who can turn things around for them. In this West Indies team, I don't really see that kind of
I think
spark in them.
in batting department they can turn the tables, but in their bowling is very mediocre. What I said you when West Indies played against USA, in that time I said you they need specialist sort of bowlers because uh, if you saw their bowling lineup, Jason Holder, he's a good all rounder, but he can't win you games with the ball in 50-over formats. Obviously, in T20 crickets, with the help of slower ones there, he can get you the wickets, but it's difficult for him because if you saw his bowling in depth overs, it's pretty, you can say that, embarrassing that he conceded 30 runs two time in his ODI career there. First from ABD Villiers, then from Logan Van Beek there. So West Indies need some specialist bowler. Kamar Roach is there. Seals is there. If they want to bring back Sheldon Cottrell, they can also bring him back. That salute guy. So I think they need to go back towards specialist bowlers.
Yes.
Yes,
But guys,
absolutely.
the way today Ireland has played, I really feel for this team because the way Paul Sterling played today, the way Belburney played today, and Tactor at the same time, 349 for 4 in 50 overs. today? Ireland.
Yeah, today finally their batting really fired. Actually, it wasn't bad in the first two matches, but the problem
Worst,
is,
worst.
I mean, the problem is they did not bowl very well. Their bowling hasn't been good enough
Actually,
today.
very
They
disappointed with Sterling. The way Paul Sterling is playing today and the way they are playing in previous two matches, so much difference, big
Yeah, I
difference.
think Paul Sterling, he's, I will say that he's very casual sort of players. When he's in the mood, he can be very destructive on his day. But I think over the years, what I saw in this Ireland team, their bowling is very condition specific there. So they need that one X factor type of bowler in their team, whether it's a spinner or whether it's a pacer. So in that department, they need to work on, because if you see the likes of Mark or Adair there, and other bowlers, they are good at when ball is seaming there, so they need some extra pace. So they have bowlers like Connor Alford there, who is bowling over 140s. So they need to bring these type of bowlers in the team. Other bowlers like Graham Hume, the Mark Adair, they are condition specific bowlers. So I think Ireland need to develop some X factor type of bowler, which Afghanistan have in the form of Rashid Khan, and Noor Ahmed also coming up. So they need to develop in that regard. So I would like to suggest they should hiring
maybe
a
Joshua Little can be
yeah,
that kind of
yes,
player.
yes.
I mean, because Ireland, they have conditions similar to England, pace friendly conditions. Afghanistan can make their X factor bowler someone like Rashid Khan because they have spin friendly conditions like that. Ireland can have someone like Joshua Little. He bowls at a very decent pace, left arm pace bowler. He can be that X factor bowler for
Yeah,
Ireland.
yeah, you are right, Rahul. I think they have that. He has that left hand angle too, and he's, I think, work in progress for me. And if he develop in 2 3 years time, he can be a very good follow for Ireland too. But I think one suggestion I would like to give to Ireland, they should hire a specialist spin bowling coach there. Maybe the likes of Mushtaq Ahmed, Saklan Mushtaq, or any coaches from subcontinent there, because their spin bowling strokes are very thin there. So they need to develop. They have the likes of obviously the Garrett Delaney, that the leg spinner. So in that regard, they need to work there. So I think if they you can say that thickening their spin bowling strokes, I think it will be very beneficial for them.
Yes, of course.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, even recently we saw Ireland competing well in the subcontinent, both in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka in spin friendly conditions. So there is some hope for them. Like maybe if they develop their spin bowling attack, they'll be really competitive in those in
Yeah.
these kind of conditions.
Rohit is saying KL Rahul coming back, or Shubman Gill gonna open with Rohit
See,
Sharma. It is confirmed.
Even if KL Rahul comes back to the team, he should be like in the middle order. He can be a middle
Yes.
order batsman. He
Yeah,
can't be your opening
he
batsman.
he is now becoming that established middle order player at number 5 position. And if you saw his performance in the past 2 years, I think he gave his best at number 5. If you compare the all formats, his best performance is coming at number 5 position. That is in 50 over format. So Shreyas and your KL, they are you consider perfect at number 4 and 5 positions.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I think you can have that kind of lineup, and hopefully Rohit Sharma fires as an opener, Virat Kohli at one down. Hopefully these two
If
also.
KL Rahul is an opener, then why not Shikhar Dhawan? I will question if KL Rahul came.
Uh, See, if KL Rahul should not play as an opener, that's confirmed.
Yeah, yeah.
Shikhar Dhawan, the problem is the selectors now prefer Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill as the opening pair, so they're not going to move away from that and choose Shikhar Dhawan. I would have loved Shikhar Dhawan in the playing 11 because he gives a right-left opening combination along with Rohit Sharma. Plus, he's the
He can
guy
accelerate.
who he performs well in ICC
Accelerate.
tournaments. Even if he's not doing well in every bilateral series, he will do well in the ICC events. So
Yeah,
leaving him out is
plus Rahul, I think India lacks left-handed batsmen in their top 7 apart from Rishabh Pant. One thing he also adds, that he's a left-hander too. If you saw India's batting at top 1 to 7 there, so their top order lacks left-hander there. So if Shikhar Dhawan comes, I think he provides that left-handed option too. But I think one thing that Shikhar Dhawan, obviously he's India's best performer in ICC events. I think his game is best suited to back foot play there. So I think if ball is spinning there and if pitches are slow, I think he will stuck there not only with playing shots. I think he lacks strike rate in that department too. Obviously, he has worked in that area too, but in that area, I think Shikhar Dhawan lacks there. When ball is you can say that spinning and it comes little bit slow to bat, he tends to struggle to rotate the strike. So one thing it also adds that why Shikhar's chances are less in this Indian team.
Yes, that's probably true. Plus, him not being in the team for a while, not being in the first playing 11. Thoughts on Rishabh Pant? Yeah, I think Rishabh Pant should get another T20 World Cup.
I
I think
think
he should
very
be the
less
main wicket keeping
possibility,
choice.
very less possibility for T20 World Cup because still he is only for test. If we talk about the best for Rishabh Pant, he is still in a test. I think he will consider if there is a opening combination. Maybe as an opener they can use Rishabh Pant maybe.
I think Kunal and Rahul, I think you should add my point. Continue with my point. My point is we're talking about Rishabh Pant, but we also talk about Bumrah there. It's a very crucial point here that India should not, you can say that, make some ready quick decision regarding their comeback too, because if we saw in the past there, we make same mistake by putting the players from NCA to state into the Indian team. So they need to be very cautious in that regard, that they should not make you can say that थोड़ा जल्दबाजी नहीं उनको करना चाहिए प्लेयर्स को लाने में. तो आई थिंक वहां पर उनको देखना पड़ेगा. ऑब्वियसली हम खबरें पढ़ रहे हैं कि जसप्रीत बुमराह टीम में आने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट यहाँ पर मैं कहूंगा फिर भी देखना पड़ेगा कि एकदम से हम उनको इतने मेन इवेंट पर बिना मैच प्रैक्टिस के एकदम से नहीं ला सकते टीम में.
कोशिश तो ऋषभ पंत की भी रहेगी कि आऊं कैसे भी, बट पॉसिबल तो नहीं है ना, वो तो सब जानते हैं.
Hmm. Thing is, if Rishabh Pant is fit, he will definitely, I think, come back for the ODI World Cup. I would definitely like him to come back for the
But more
ODI
than that, I want him in
World
a
Cup
next
because he will
cycle of
be.
WTC. More than that, I
Yeah, we
want
need
him
him
in
in the
WTC.
WTC. He's played many good knocks in Test cricket, especially, and I think he
Overseas.
should just walk and overseas that too. He should, probably he's our best overseas wicketkeeper batsman in Indian history. You could say that. So he has to come back into the team. He has won so many matches for India. He deserves to be welcomed back
In
into the team with
test.
open arms.
In test, I can say Sehwag, his type of Sehwag. Overseas century is more for Rishabh Pant as compared to Indian
Yeah, and
century.
everywhere he has played, he takes down the spinners as a middle order batsman. Very often, even in Test cricket, you have to do that. You have to be able to take down the spinners when the ball is old, and Rishabh Pant is capable of doing that.
How many runs did Kohli can make in this World Cup? Yeah, around 400 to 500. Between 400 to 500 runs Kohli can make.
Yeah, I would love to see Kohli score that many runs in the World Cup. I think I'm going to go a little more conservative and say 350 to 450 runs. Okay, depending on how his form goes along, but I think he'll have some good innings. He'll play some good innings and he'll get 350 to 450 runs. I'm pretty sure of that.
Okay. Okay, so guys, today the nice discussion with you, Rahul and Ashwini. So we will definitely come tomorrow with a new topic and cricket all around. And just watch TFCS like this and Cricket Wala also subscribe. Press the bell icon for good content and upcoming days. So guys, see you tomorrow with a great content of cricket all around. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good night.
Yes, good night.